Hey, welcome to Bat Central again. As you know, we are drawing bats, and this time the turn is for the so-called Thumbless Bat to be drawn. Now, this is quite a funky looking guy, and girl, of course. So let's draw its tiny eyes first, followed by, as you can see, its rather prominent nose with some attachments to it. So that looks funky already. Now this bat has also got rather fluffy, or at least rather whiskered hair above its eyes, and it's got a very small looking mouth, though it's probably rather big. And then it's also got these prominent whiskers. So like this. Now, these whiskers stretch all the way to the side of the face. Now, I need to make them a bit bigger, as you can see, to make them more symmetrical. How do you say that? Anyways, let's draw the top of its head. See, I need to increase my whiskers on top here. Then it's got, like any bat, prominent ears. Here we go. Here's the other one. These are rather rounded, so I'll have to make sure that that is visible. And of course, they're not entirely rounded, but that's beside the point. Actually, it has now been stretched a bit too far. Well, we'll have to make do. Now, there is a rather short and big, proportionally, body attached to this. As part of the course with bats, we've got these very thin legs. Here they go. They are. There's a long tail, and if you draw one long leg, we'll have to draw two. Now, for a bit of comedic value, perhaps, or for a bit of variety, I'll flex its knee here. And then, of course, we've got the wings, which in these species are rather narrow. Now, keep in mind when we draw the upper arm that the membrane of the wing actually stretches above it, often forgotten. Then the thumbs are as good as invisible. Then this bat also shows the structure of the wing rather well. And we've of course got these fingers that have the membrane in between and which allow the wing to actually work. The membrane is something that will darken a bit. Here we go. That way around you can make them seem much more, well, lifelike. Membranes are usually rather, not always, usually rather dark in bats. Now we'll also need to give it another wing, and well, once again for variety, let's have this wing stretch the other way. So the result is that this guy actually looks a bit, well, perhaps disoriented, but then bats, of course, are known for being very capable and very agile flyers on the whole. So that's not much of a problem. Let's not forget its fingers once again, 4 in total. The membrane, and the membrane also stretches between the legs and the tail. Don't forget that. We'll darken the membrane once again, which also helps us distinguish it from the fruit bat, because after all we are drawing in black and white, so sometimes paints can seem to blend into each other. Go, and giving it some body. Well, actually, let's give it a bit of fur. There we go. Now I need to strengthen the contrast between body and membrane. Let's not forget that. And I think we've got a rather decent looking thumbless bat here.